Welcome to this vlog. This vlog will be about Addison's because my mum has Addison disease and I'll be teaching you about a few things to do with it. Just so people are aware of the rare disease of Addison because it is rare. So Addison's, I can't go any further but I need to do research, so stay tuned. According to the NHS website UK, that is the National Health Service in the UK, Addison's, I'm going to read from their website, so I'll just show you. I'm reading from that. So, from what's on the iPad. I know you couldn't see it, but that's what I'm reading to. It is two small glands that sit on top of the kidneys that produce two essential hormones, cortisol and aldosterone. And I can't say that, so I'm going to spell it Aldosterone. That thing. And the adrenal glands are damaged in Addison disease, so it does not produce enough cortisol, or the other word. But I can't say the other word, I'm going to say the other word. So there are about 9,000 people in the UK with it. And there are over 300 new cases each year. So my mum is one of those 300. And it affects people aged 30 to 50, mostly in women. So men do get it, but more women than men. So symptoms of Addison disease is fatigue, lack of energy, muscle weakness, low mood, loss of appetite and unintentional weight loss, increasing thirst, and the symptom that my mum had was similar to celiac disease, but worse. She was vomiting, and that was more to do with Addison than celiac, and her skin was going brown. Her skin was going darker, so browner than what it usually is. And other disease, and if they get bad, it could cause dizziness, fainting, cramps, and dehydration. And that's what my mum had over the weekend. So I'll tell you more about that later. And you should go and see your GP to find it out. But the way my mum found out about it, it got so bad, she was sent to hospital, and that's how they diagnosed her. It's usually to do with problems with the immune system, that it attacks itself. So you need to test it stops the things of steroid, hormones, and cortisol being made. They don't know why it happens in 70 to 90% of cases. And the way they treat it is, the way they treated my mum was by putting her on a drip, but it's something to do with the heart. So she had to stay in for 24 hours. Just because the heart got better, but then it got worse, then it got stable. And now what happens with the thing they gave her for a heart. So they put on a drip for fluids and electrolytes and all of that, because my mum was losing that, because she was starting to go to the toilet like she was meant to, but Addison stopped her doing that because of stress. And one thing that I called it adrenal crisis. That is what my mum had. If it got to the point it could have died, or we would have to inject her. And I'll show you what that consists of in the next video, where I show you all the medicines and stuff like that she has. So when it gets really bad, it's called a crisis. It's a medical emergency. So in the UK, you're called 999. In America, you're called 911. And in whatever country you're in, you'll call your emergency number And when you were diagnosed with it, they'll tell you what to tell the doctors and nurses and stuff, so they know to go red light. So that means fast. So yeah. They'll get an hydrocortisone injection that I'm going to show you about in the next video. And you would be put on the Rare Disease Registration Service. You will be put on that. Now, other symptoms that Addison produce are overwhelming exhaustion and lack of energy, loss of appetite and weight loss, dizziness when standing, low blood pressure, patches on the skin like I told you about before when she will get darker, muscle weakness with cramps, abdominal pain, low mood or irritability, my mum had depression as well, a frequency need to pee, that what my mum had. She couldn't pee, but she needed to pee. Difficulty concentrating, headaches and high temperature, higher than normal temperature. If you get periods, you get irregular period or missed period. If you're a child, you go through puberty later. And if you get any of them, go straight to the hospital. And I'll tell you more after I've done the next bit of my food. See you in a bit. I've done the thing I needed to do with my food. Now back to Addison's disease. So when you're in crisis, your hormones that you produce are too low. And it can trigger a physical stress like having an operation or having illnesses like an infection. Where are you going? My dog's moving. Want me to move out of the way, dear? There you go. So my dog was moving, so just let her get comfy. Then we'll carry on, won't we? Are you getting comfy, are you? Are you going to help me with telling people about Addison's? She is. She's going to help us. And during a crisis, you could get severe dehydration, pale, cold, clammy skin, sweating, rapid, shallow breathing, dizziness, low blood pressure, loads of vomiting and diarrhea that my mum had, abdominal pain, fatigue, muscle weakness, headache, and severe drowsiness or loss of concentration. That what my mum had. They had the bottom one because they couldn't concentrate on what was happening, so she went into further crisis. And when you get them, call 999 in the UK, 911 in America, or whatever your emergency number is. And it could lead to a coma if you don't do anything about it. And death. The causes of it are problems with the immune system. Could be genetic, like if you have type 1 diabetes, vitiligo, or underactive thyroid. That what my mum has. And I'm not going to read the next bit. The diagnosis, I'm not going to read that because if you're watching it, you will know if you got Addison's. And you get blood tests quite often to look out for low sugar levels or high sugar levels, something hormone and other stuff. You get thyroid tests, scans, or you will get diagnosed under a crisis. That's how my mum got diagnosed, because they were saying there were loads of other things, before they can diagnose you, they would have to eliminate all other diseases or medical problems that will come under Addison. So they would have to take everything out, then say that is the last thing. And if you've got a coach, bus or lorry license, you have to tell the person they're driving DVLA about it, and they might take it away from you if they think it's severe enough. The treatment for it, and I'm going to show you that bit in the next video. Living with it, I'm going to go in the next video. You will get an NHS steroid emergency card or anything similar in your country. These are things you can buy now. You get a medical bracelet with it on, or like a lanyard with it on or something, with all the information. I'm going to talk about the medication bit in the next video. I'll talk about sick days, emergency treatment. I'm going to tell you about all the rest in the next video. Hope you enjoyed the first video on Addison disease. Stay tuned for the next video. Bye!